If you are over 60, stop everything right now and pay close attention to what I am about to say. What I am going to reveal here may explain why you have been feeling the way you have in the last few months, or even the last few years. Unexplained fatigue, loss of muscle strength, that increasing difficulty in doing simple things like getting out of bed, climbing a flight of stairs, or even walking for a few minutes without feeling your body asking for help. And before you think that this is just a sign of age, let me tell you something important. This may be the result of silent habits that you do every day, and that are slowly killing your energy and destroying your body from the inside. Yes, habits that seem harmless, that most people over 50 repeat without even realizing it, but that are, right now, accelerating your aging process, increasing your risk of serious diseases, and taking years off your quality of life. And the worst part is that most people only realize it when it is too late. That's why, in this video, I'm going to reveal the 7 habits that are doing this to you. But there's a very important detail. Habit number 7 is the most dangerous. Yes, the most serious, the most lethal, the one that destroys the most. And when I reveal this habit to you, you're going to be shocked. But first, you need to understand how each of the other habits prepares the ground until your body silently collapses. And I know, it may seem like an exaggeration, but what you're going to hear here are facts based on studies, evidence, and the experience of thousands of people who have gone through exactly what you are going through right now. And before I start the list, I need to ask you something very simple. If you value your health, if you believe that this type of content can save the life of someone you love, or even save your own life, then like the video. Yes, your like is the thermometer that shows me that this content makes sense to you. Your like is what allows YouTube to deliver this video to more people. People who, perhaps right now, are making exactly the same mistakes, and who may be one step away from an illness, a heart attack, or hospitalization. Yes, the hole is deeper than it seems, and if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, click the subscribe button now and activate the bell, because the next videos that I will post here will go straight to the point, always with information that you need to hear, before your body gives you more serious signals. Now, let's get straight to the point. The first habit that is destroying your body is an invisible sedentary lifestyle. Maybe you think you are active. Maybe you even walk around the house, do some chores, climb a few stairs. But the truth is that if you spend most of your day sitting or lying down, you are indeed sedentary. And a sedentary lifestyle after 50 is not just a mobility problem. It affects circulation, muscle strength, heart health, lungs, and even your brain. Every year that you continue with this lifestyle, you lose muscle mass, lung capacity, heart strength, and more. Your risk of diseases such as type 2 diabetes, hypertension, and even depression increases. And do you know what's even more treacherous? The body adapts to a sedentary lifestyle. You start to think it's normal to feel tired, normal to feel pain, normal to lose strength, when in fact, you're in a slow and dangerous process of physical deterioration. But don't worry, I'm not done yet. This is just the first of a list of 7 silent habits, and I promise you, the next habit is even more common and more devastating, and almost no one, I repeat, almost no one your age realizes that they're committing it. And now that you understand the devastating impact of an invisible sedentary lifestyle, take a deep breath, get comfortable where you are. Because now I am going to tell you about the second habit, and I guarantee you it may be much more present in your daily life than you imagine. Let ease go straight to the second habit that is ruining the bodies of those over 50. And this is one of the most insidious: an inflammatory diet disguised as healthy. Many people your age believe they are eating well. They make a salad for lunch, cut back on sugar a little, sometimes even cut down on salt. But what almost no one realizes is that most of the foods you find in supermarkets today, even those that seem healthy, are loaded with substances that silently inflame your body. Ultra-processed products, ready-made seasonings, industrialized sauces, white flour breads, processed meats like ham and sausage, and even those seemingly harmless biscuits to accompany your afternoon coffee. All of this, every day, leaves your body in a state of chronic inflammation. And do you know what this means in practice? It means that joint pain increases, muscle recovery becomes increasingly slower, blood glucose levels rise, and the risk of diseases like diabetes, hypertension, osteoarthritis, and even some types of cancer skyrockets without you realizing it. Your body starts to shut down, your organs start working at their limit, and your energy disappears as if someone were sucking your vitality, drop by drop, every day. Now, before I continue, let me ask you something. If you haven't liked this video yet, now is the time. If what I'm telling you here makes sense, if it's somehow opening your eyes, make this small gesture. Click the like button. It really helps the channel to continue bringing this type of direct content without fuss and with a total focus on your health. Do yourself a favor. Check now if you're already subscribed to the channel, because I know that many people watch the videos, come back often, but forget to subscribe. And there is one detail. YouTube only notifies you of upcoming videos if you click the notification bell. Do it now before you forget, and continue to be impacted by information that can truly change your health. Now, let's move on. The third habit that is silently destroying your body is fragmented and poor quality sleep. Sleeping poorly after 50 is not just a question of tiredness the next day. It's a direct attack on your immune system, on your ability to regenerate cells, and on your body's hormonal balance. Many people think that sleeping less is natural as you age, that it is normal to wake up several times in the middle of the night. But the truth is that this fragmented sleep is undermining your health from the inside. Your memory starts to fail, your mood worsens, your immunity plummets, and the risk of neurodegenerative diseases, such as Alzheimer's, only increases with each night of poor sleep. And now, answer me honestly. How have your nights of sleep been in the last few months? Do you wake up rested? Or do you feel like your body never recovers? This is more serious than it seems. And now, we come to the fourth habit. And here, I need to pause, because what I'm about to say now may come as a shock to you. The fourth destructive habit is the frequent consumption of unnecessary or poorly directed medications. Yes, I know, many of you take prescription medications, and of course, there are situations in which they are necessary. But what I am talking about here is the excess of medications that could be avoided with simple lifestyle changes. Continuously used anti-inflammatories, sleeping pills, muscle relaxants, pain medications. Do you know what they have in common? They mask the real problem, give you momentary relief, but underneath, they are overloading your liver, your kidneys, and damaging your metabolism even more. And the longer you remain in this chemical dependency, the more your body becomes fragile. This is not just theory. It is what I see happening every day with thousands of people who reach 60, 65, taking an entire pharmacy a day. And even so, they continue to feel bad. Now, I want you to stop and think. How many of these habits are already part of your routine? How many of them did you never even imagine were harming you in this way? And stay with me, because there are still 3 more habits to come. And as I promised you, the most important, the most dangerous of all, will soon be revealed. And I guarantee you, when I tell you what it is, you will remember several attitudes in your daily life that urgently need to change. Now that you know the first 4 habits, it is time to talk about the last 3, and look, from here on, the level of alertness needs to be even higher. Because the next ones are just as destructive as the previous ones, and directly affect your quality of life, your autonomy, and even your life expectancy. Let's go straight to the fifth habit: chronic dehydration. It may seem simple, but the truth is that, after 50, your perception of thirst decreases drastically, which means that even if you don't feel like drinking water, your body is crying out for help inside. And no, coffee, tea, or industrialized juices don't count. I'm talking about real water. You know, that tiredness that just won't go away? The joint pain? The dry skin? The failing memory? All of these can be directly linked to a lack of proper hydration. When you go days, weeks, or even months without drinking the ideal amount of water, your blood becomes thicker, your circulation worsens, your kidneys suffer, and the risk of blood clots forming increases dangerously. Now, stop and think. How many glasses of pure water have you had in the last 24 hours? If the answer was less than 6 to 8 glasses, I'm sorry to tell you, but your body is already on red alert. And this brings us to the sixth habit: social and emotional isolation. Many people, when they reach this stage of life, begin to distance themselves from people. Children grow up, friends become more distant, group activities decrease, and little by little, silence at home becomes routine. But isolation, in addition to affecting mental health, has a brutal physical impact. Science has already shown that prolonged loneliness increases the risk of cardiovascular disease, accelerates muscle loss, weakens the immune system, and even shortens life expectancy in a frightening way. And do you know what's worse? This happens so silently that most people only realize the damage when they are already in a state of deep depression, with their bodies becoming increasingly weak and vulnerable. Now, before I reveal the seventh and most dangerous habit, I want to reinforce an important request. If any of this information has brought you a reality check, if something has sunk in, I need you to help me with one simple thing. Check now if you have already liked this video. That is the least you can do to give back for this content that can truly save lives. And also check if you are already subscribed to the channel with the bell activated. Because most people who watch the videos here end up forgetting to do this, and then complain that they do not receive the next content. So click here now and come back here, because what I am going to tell you now can literally change the course of your health from now on. Let's go. The seventh habit, the most destructive of all, the one that ages your body the most inside and out, the one that most accelerates the onset of serious diseases, the one that most silently shortens your life, is the lack of intentional movement. Yes, I know, it sounds similar to a sedentary lifestyle, but pay attention, because it's different. Here, I'm talking about the lack of movements that challenge your body on purpose. Movements that require strength, balance, coordination, and focus. After 50, it's not enough to just not be sedentary. You need to stimulate your muscles, your bones, your nervous system. You need to do specific exercises that activate your deep muscles, that improve your balance, and that keep your body working like a well-tuned machine. You know those falls that happen suddenly? That silly stumble that ends in a hip fracture? This is the direct result of a body that has lost its ability to respond because it has not been challenged with adequate movements over the years. And I need to be tough now because it is the truth that no one talks about. If you continue to ignore this, your future may be an increasingly fragile body, confined to a chair or even a bed. So, starting today, look at your routine and ask yourself, how many times a week do I actually do movements that challenge me? And if your answer is almost never, your mission from now on is to start, even if it is with simple movements, but ones that take you out of your comfort zone. Now, before I close, I want to make you a different invitation. If this video has awakened you, if any part of it has touched you, then leave your like, but do so consciously, as a commitment to your own health. And if you are not yet subscribed, subscribe now. But this time with the real intention of following the next content that I will bring here, because what is coming will help you take the next steps to regain control of your body and your life. And I want more. I want you to comment below. Write in the comments, "I'm here," if you made it to the end of this video. If this makes sense to you, also write which of these 7 habits you feel is harming you the most today. This will help me create even more targeted videos to truly help you. And before you leave, look here on the screen. There are other videos that will show you the next steps to take care of your body after 50. Click and watch, because your health deserves this attention. See you in the next video.